Let's talk about Philly Karen. I don't know if you guys saw this over the weekend. I actually didn't have internet for like 3.5 days, 4 days. It was pretty much like the Stone Age. Thank you, Fidium, and your crappy router. So I missed out on this whole entire thing, and I'm just learning about it now. A woman at a Phillies game who was every bit the Karen, yelling and screaming at a man who she said took the home run ball from her. And she just kept saying, "You took it from me. It's my ball. You know, it's mine. It was in my seat." Da, da, da. And the guy, instead of being like, "Lady, back off, okay? Finders keepers," or this is how it works in during every ball game. You know, like the most important thing you take away from this is that the moment is for the kids, right? So the dad grabs the home run ball and brings it over to his son, puts it in his glove. His son's very happy. Guess what? It was his 10th birthday. Yeah. But this crazy lady just comes storming in saying that it's her ball. You just expect to give it to her, even though the man, the dad, knows that she never had that ball. If you look at the video, you can see that she's still looking down under the seat as the dad's pulling the ball and walking back towards his son. So if she really had her hand on that ball, why was she still looking down under the seat? Because to me, that sounds like she was still kind of searching for it. You know, maybe her fingertips touched it, but still, you never had control of that ball. So her narrative is just blown apart. The Phillies fans, which are normally, they're notorious for being complete assholes. Yeah, ask Roman Reigns. When you're a fan of the other team, boy, are they assholes to you and your team. But you know what makes them the worst? They are assholes to their own team. Yeah, they are not nice to their own players, and they will turn on you like that. The evil Philly fans, right? Even the evil Philly fans were like, "This is crossing the line. This is not okay." I mean, maybe it helped that they were wearing Phillies gear. It makes them part of the team, and you don't do this to the team, and especially don't do it to their children. So the Philly fans were all turned against her. There was a whole bunch of different video, TikTok, different angles, memes that are being shown about this woman. And I swear, when you see her walk away with the ball, and I thought this was a meme, and I'm still not sure if it is or not, she walks away with the ball. And there's a picture of her holding that ball with this grinchy smile. And I say grinchy because it looked just like the Grinch when he was smiling about stealing all of the presents from the Who's. This woman was getting off on the fact that she stole a ball from a little boy. She won, so she feels good about it. Dopamine hit for her. Who cares that it's this little boy's 10th birthday and you literally took a baseball from him? And not only that, but this kid had to watch his father go like this when the woman comes grabbing at his arm and yelling at him. He's holding on to his son. "Yay, I gave you your ball and things are great." And then this woman comes yelling at him and goes, "Ah!" Your first instinct as a father should not be to pull away from your child. It should be to hold him even stronger, even tighter. Do not let anything happen to him. Take a lesson in fatherhood from Corey Compouture, who protected his family, laid his body over his family as it became riddled with bullets when they all went to see Trump and Butler. That is a real dad. That's what real dads do. Now, I'm not saying that he's a bad dad by any means, but I'm saying that this was a teaching moment for his son on stoicism, on masculinity, on whether or not you stand your ground in a situation where somebody's being unreasonable. Could have taken two paths. Took the path of least resistance, which is take the ball out of your 10-year-old son's glove on his birthday and give it to this crazy bitch, Karen, who never had control of the ball, never had it in her hand, and you know it because you picked it up yourself, and you just give it to her because you're showing him this is how you de-escalate. No, this is how you create a society of woke people, because nobody wants to stand up for themselves. Nobody wants to let the people who are being unreasonable know they're being unreasonable. No, let's just bow down to them. No, people like that dad are the reason why we have so many weird and entitled and crazy people out there. It's not just his fault, but it's people like him and their attitude towards a nutball who comes screaming at you and has no argument whatsoever because you know you're in the right. If you're in the right, you stand your ground. You know what he should have done? He should have ignored her. Maybe it's hard when she's screaming in your face or whatever. Put your arms around your son just like you had before. Protect him and just tell that lady, go away. Go away. You know that I got this ball fair and square. Go away. It's his birthday. You don't have to touch her. Honestly, you didn't even need to talk to her. She already looked like a bitch and an ass. People want to dox this lady, whoever she is, and the problem is that they're bringing up names that are not her. So these poor ladies that just happen to look like this woman are being accused of being this horrible person who stole a baseball from a 10-year-old boy on his birthday. So let's not dox her, because guess what? Everyone who knows her saw this video, know this about her, and hopefully are shaming her into oblivion. I can't believe you did that, Joan. Did you see that kid's face? You know it was his birthday, right? And Joan will be like, yeah, I was drinking. I never had a home run ball before. A big Phillies fan. No, there's no excuse for that. Why would you act like that? I mean, do you often steal things from children? And that smile on your face was very concerning to me. That would be, that hopefully is what she's hearing from the people that she knows. Neighbors, family members, coworkers. You know, yeah, the sweet justice would be to have her exposed and everybody will know who she is, and maybe people won't act like this anymore, but are throwing innocent people in there too while they're trying to figure out this woman's identity. But she deserves to be shamed, because that's some despicable behavior. Despicable and inexcusable. And honestly, I feel the same way about the dad. And it was not despicable, but inexplicable. Like, you had the option to show your son the best lesson on masculinity that you could have. And instead you went, you backed off and you gave the crazy person what they want. This is why there are men with beards wearing dresses in my bathroom in Vermont, because of dads like you who would rather just de-escalate and walk away and give them whatever it is that they want. So thank you to men that are just like this Phillies dad who didn't stand up for himself, and worst of all, did this right in front of his child. I hope his child has learned numerous lessons in this. Number 1, my dad is a pussy. Number 2, I'm not going to be a pussy like my dad. Number 3, it was my birthday. This was completely unreasonable. And if I had been given the chance, I would not have given her the ball. But my dad made me do it. Yeah, he has memorabilia now because the Phillies and their coordinators and HR, oh no, not HR, PR, public relations people, were giving him like packets of gifts, and then they brought him down so he could get a signed bat from all the Phillies players and maybe even the Marlins players too. And that's great. But those items are going to get lost, like when he goes to college and stuff. But do you know what he'll remember? He'll remember his dad bowing down to a Karen and giving her his home run birthday baseball. You can see it. Like, they talked to this kid later. They talked to him they interviewed him, his dad, and I think his sister. And while his dad is speaking, he's trying to make up some sort of excuse as to why he was so weak and took the ball from his kid and gave it to the crazy lady. And he said, well, she was just yelling at me. She just wouldn't stop. And we went on for several minutes. No, it didn't. This was a few seconds. And you gave in. Like, you gave in after she yelled at you for less than 30 seconds. The people that were in the stands who saw her do this were way more masculine than that man, because they told her she was being unreasonable and a bitch and crazy. But the dad, he just didn't want to have anything to do with it. I was randomly punched in the arm once when I was at Radio Bean. And it turned out to be this crazy woman that some people knew or whatever. But she just came out of the blue and punched me as hard as she possibly could, like in my arm. And my response wasn't to go, oh, it was to go, what the fuck? Like, you have a fight or flight, right? This guy was flight 100%. And that's too bad, because this was right in front of his kids. Me, I guess I went with fight. It's a good thing that I didn't knock this girl on her ass. But there's a time to fight, and there's a time to de-escalate, and there's a time to just stand your ground, which is neither. You're not de-escalating, and you're not giving in to crazy. You're ignoring it. You're saying, I'm not going to play your game anymore. And you're showing that to your kid, so they will pass it on to their child, and they will talk about it with their friends, and they'll be like, hey, there was this time that my dad did not give in to this crazy woman that was in his face trying to take this baseball from me. But no, there will be no story like that. It'll be like, yeah, my dad it was my 10th birthday. He gave me the baseball, and then he just took it away and gave it to the lady that was screaming at him. The life lesson that I learned was, when crazy people come at you and start screaming, then you just give them whatever they want. That's what that little boy learned that day. It's too bad. We need more fathers in the world. Even pussies like that one.